the devil?
The hour of judgment has come. The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Dodge this! Cool it!
I thought I was going to die here.
You fool! What were you thinking? Gallivanting off on your own at a time like this?
I'm sorry. I'll never do it again.
I sincerely apologize for the trouble Alan has caused for you all. I will make absolutely sure that he learns his lesson.
Yeah, next time you think about doing something stupid, think again. Paimon's gonna go take a closer look. Huh? Princess, your vision is flashing.
Oh, could it be, perchance, that mine Edelstein der Dunkelheit portends the certain demise of this unholy hex of cold?
Maybe? What kind of things does your vision react to exactly?
The profoundest of enigmas. The whispered secrets of the stars. Unholy hexes of demon bones and...
What? Why do you have to talk so funny all the time? Paimon doesn't understand.
Our apologies. Mein Fräulein is not well versed in the parlance of the common folk.
Oh, so that's what you're for. To translate?
I fear you misunderstand. I am no translator, but a humble conveyor of Mein Fräulein's royal will. I would venture that what her vision is reacting to in this vicinity is, quite simply, elemental energy.
Thank you, Oz. Those whose minds are muddled by the mundane matters of this woeful world are unable to fathom my noble intent as swiftly as thou art.
So, there's elemental energy in the meteorite, and your vision flashes in response to it? Paimon thinks probably yes. Anyway, no harm in giving it a try. Let's look for shards of meteorite using Fischl's vision. Clearing them away will help make the area less dangerous.
I believe we have found something.
That seems to be the last of them. Do you think getting rid of them will help make things better for the Springvale villagers?
The question is, are these shards of meteorite, which are infused with elemental energy, the true source of the calamity, or not?
Verily, I say, these meteorites are surely the source of the nefarious nightmares that assail my subjects. This I swear on my very sovereignty.
Yeah, let's do that. are the victims doing now? Any better?
Bless you. Thanks to your efforts, two of
Great, so it did work!
I do hope you are able to dispose of the rest of the meteorites around the village.
This is wonderful news. It gladdens the heart.
It is most gladdening indeed. Yet the news that I would be attending to this matter in person was surely the only guarantee that my faithful subjects ever needed of a felicitous outcome.
Hey, you just woke up, right? And what were you dreaming about while you were asleep?
All I remember is that it was cold. I was walking along a mountain path. In the ice and snow, I think.
So, just hiking in the mountains? Or were you supposed to have a destination?
I really don't know. In my dream, it felt like I wasn't in full control of my actions.
Then thou wert surely cursed, I say. Oh, wretched scourge upon this land.
Well, whatever the case, what we do know is that getting rid of the meteorite shards is helping. So come on, guys. We need to redouble our efforts.
Nothing but the breeze. The breeze of my homeland.
Giraffe, how are things in the village now?
Ah, it's you again. A little better, thanks. Oh, and we owe it all to you.
That's great! Seems like getting rid of the meteorites is doing the trick.
Traveler, your arrival is most fortuitous. Clearly, my noble ambition to protect the souls of this wretched world compelled you to seek me once more.
Envoy? You mean a diplomat or something?
Ah, yes. Let me fill you in here. Someone brought a message from the Dawn Winery saying that a lady there by the name of Adalind invites you to meet with her as honored guests of the winery.
Oh, we know Adalind. She's the head housemaid there, right?
Ah, it seems that you and Adalind are already acquainted then.
Then it is my great honor to join you.
Hey, so can you really understand that princess when she's talking? Because Paimon can't seem to understand a single word. All right.
My dear friends, it is time to move out.
Paimon hopes Adalind has made some tasty snacks to welcome her honored guests with.
Nothing but the breeze.
Welcome to the Dawn Winery, dear adventurers. I'm Adelind, the head housemaid, and it is I who invited you all here.
Thanks for the invite.
You are Adelind? Splendid. I am delighted to grant you the honor of joining me for afternoon tea.
Dearest Adelind, on behalf of Her Majesty Miss Fischl, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, and I, mein Fräulein's humble servant, thank you for inviting us.
Would you cut to the chase already? Your titles are so wordy it takes way too long to introduce yourselves.
My goodness, an adventurer of such distinguished status.
My pale-faced proselyte. How dare you interrupt a diplomat of the royal court in the middle of his speech?
In fact, one of our employees here at the Dawn Winery, a Mr. Hartman, fell victim to the meteorite incident in Springvale. I hear that you were the ones who disposed of the meteorites. Thanks to you, Mr. Hartman is now awake. We are in your debt. It is merely common courtesy that I should invite you over for tea. This aside, there is a separate matter which I should like to enlist your help with.
Aw, you're too kind, Adelind. We're really just doing what any other adventurers would have done.
You may now kneel before your Prinzessin and make effusive display of your thanks for the favor that I have generously shown to thee and thy winery ken. Take heart, my dear servants, for the glory of my majesty will flash eternal in the Vale of Springdom.
Oz, hold off on the translation. Paimon wants to have a try this time. So what she's trying to say is, you're welcome?
I applaud your powers of comprehension, my dear Paimon. You decipher mein Fräulein's royal utterances with remarkable ease.
The business of the winery reaches not only to all of Mondstadt, but to all the corners of Liyue, too. Some of our workers do regular deliveries back and forth between the two regions, a single round trip taking several days in total. 2 of our delivery staff were due back yesterday, but as of this moment, I still have no contact from them at all. The winery is short-staffed at present, and I cannot afford to look for them myself. As audacious as it may be, all I can do is ask you for assistance.
Okie dokie. Don't you worry, Adelind. We're expert people finders.
Wonderful. I suggest you begin by asking around at Stonegate. All delivery staff pass through there on their return from Liyue. There were 2 carts in total, and the workers' names are Fritz and Ben.
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. I didn't know you were such a slacker. I didn't know you were such a slacker. I didn't know you were such a slacker. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. I didn't know you were such a slacker. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. I didn't know you were such a slacker. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. I didn't know you were such a slacker. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. I didn't know you were such a slacker. I didn't know you were such a slacker. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. I didn't know you were such a slacker. I didn't know you were such a slacker. I didn't know you were such a slacker. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. I didn't know you were such a slacker. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. I didn't know you were such a slacker.